Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shawna. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. I don't even know. Do you know that I haven't done this in a long time? I can't find my mic. Like my mic, my external lights, everything. But yeah, I don't know where the pouch is. I've been trying to find it and I can't find it. So you're gonna hear a lot of external noises. I'm sorry. This is a long requested video. The girlie's been in my chat asking like different questions. We're in April now when this is being filmed and graduation is fast approaching. You guys are almost done with internship year. Congratulations. I know it's been ghetto, but for everybody that I know, you guys have been blessed because you had the rough rotations first and then now you're in second semester. You're just chilling because you got through the worst. So let's go. I've gotten several messages with people asking like, what is it that I did for my graduation or in preparation for grad for me, and what's some advice that I would give for anybody that's going to graduate, things that you might not have thought of, things that you might not have remembered about, because there's stuff that I forgot on my grad day. And so I have my iPad in hand. I have all of the points here to make sure I don't forget anything for you guys. So if you see me looking down, I'm making sure. So first up, I feel like the best advice that I could give, have a plan, structure everything out. And I'm speaking specifically to the girlies and to the males as well too, because even male friends that I had who graduated before me, they didn't know what suit they were wearing or what them suit even looked like until like a week before grad. A lot of them were flying out last minute to like go to Florida and go get a fit. No idea as to what they were going to wear and thing. I guess maybe the guys aren't as committed to the look and like the photos as the girlies are. So I'm speaking specifically to my girls. You should have been decided this, but decide on what you want your grad day look to be. I personally had two looks settled on. I had my grad dress that I had found from like 5th year. I identified the dress that I wanted and I had my heart set on it. That was going to be my grad dress. It was the most appropriate looking thing that still looked elegant enough and also wasn't overdoing it, and I felt very confident in my choice. Everybody that I showed it to loved my grad dress, and that was for my grad day. I had a plan. I knew everything. I knew what my look was going to be. I had my dress. I had the idea of what I wanted my shoes to look like. I knew exactly the type of jewelry that I wanted. I knew I wanted it to be like pearls, like giving elegant, giving classy, giving just gorgeous. So pearls and gold jewelry is the only type of jewelry I wear. And I built my look and all of my accessories around that look. And I sourced everything ahead of time, gave myself time, ordered it, and everything could arrive ahead of time. When I say curate a look, it's not just clothing, it's not just accessories. What is your hair going to look like for this look that you're trying to create? Does it go well with what you're trying to do? What your nails go look like? Are you doing lashes? Your makeup, everything, does the whole look go together harmoniously? I loved my grad day look. It was gorgeous. Everybody was telling me how good my makeup looked and everything. I planned it for months. I initially even had like a whole concept that I was going to have my hair like up because I thought I would catch it up. When I identified what I was gonna do for like the type of hair I was going to do for my grad day look, and I saw it and finished, like it actually got installed, and then I was like, I can't catch this up. This has to be done. This is the look. Like the hair, that type of hair looks better when it's done with that dress. My earrings not gonna show as prominently as I would want them to, which is why I wanted to do a up look, but it's fine. I'll tuck it behind my ears. So you have to be willing to adjust. Pick something. Once it's your hairstyle that can be one versatile, that if the idea what you have in your head doesn't work, you can adjust. And two, make sure that everything flows together. You don't want to look strange. So tips for the dress. I'm sorry I'm rambling. This video is gonna be long, I can already tell, but the people who's supposed to watch it will watch it. Tips for the day. If you notice, well, not if you notice, if you've seen before, you have some students that when they graduate, they did like floor length dresses. Some of them did like ball gowns. Like you'll find quite a bit of the Cubans, they did that. I hate that because it just doesn't look harmonious to me, because you have to graduate in your bata. If you don't know what your bata is, the white coat, the doctor white coat, it is a requirement for graduation. So why would you wear a floor length dress when your bata literally reaches a little below your knee, or if you want a shorter one above your knee, but a little below your knee, it don't look good. So I knew my dress either is going to be a bit above, a bit below my knee, or she's going to be 3/4. Not too long, not too short. Yeah, things like those are what you have to consider, at least in my opinion. If you want a floor length dress and that's the look where you go for, more power to you. But these are my tips and my advice. So that kind of narrows down your search when you're looking for what your dress is going to be. All right, I'd also say, as I said, get everything ahead of time. Don't wait until last minute. And the bata that you have to get, if you want it to be embroidered, so to say Dr. whatever, so mine said Dr. Shawna Williams, do that ahead of time. I can't recommend any, actually, maybe like in the description I'll put it. I won't recommend the company that I used to embroider my bata, because it was over a month and it never arrived. And it was supposed to just take 2 weeks to ship out. So had I done it last minute, I would have been screwed. So thankfully I had done it from like the October, even before graduation, where I had ample time, where it wasn't bothering me, where it wasn't getting delivered on time like they promised it would. And it wasn't until after I ordered and paid that I saw the reviews where people were complaining like, hey, shipping is terrible for this company. And yeah, so I won't recommend my my company that I used for it, but I can recommend 2 others that other people have used and they said that they had a good experience with them. I'd also want to say, as it relates to that, your bata is not going to be cheap. I tell you from now, your bata is not going to be cheap. If you want it to be very good quality, so that it's thick and it hangs and sits well on you, you cannot cheap out on the bata. I'm not saying if you could buy like the $80 FAQS one, you don't have to. But if you want it to be of good quality, budget around $50. And then additionally off of that, if you want it to be embroidered, add another like $15 to $20 onto that. So all of these things add up, and there's a lot of unplanned expenses that you need to prioritize as well. So that's the biggest thing. Building on top of that, I'd also advise you, when you get your stuff early, do not disperse them. And this was a lesson learned the hard way. When I graduated, my graduation was in November. It fell around the time that Hurricane Melissa happened in Jamaica. Now, obviously, you're graduating, you're assuming and planning that your parents are going to come to see you graduate. So my mom and my relatives were supposed to come to my graduation. Tell me why Melissa had different plans. Guess where my shoes for my grad outfit were? With my mother, because I had shipped it down with my shipping company, because I was waiting for it to be on sale, and it finally went on sale and it was the lowest price I saw, so I purchased them and shipped it down. My mother then couldn't come to my graduation because Melissa was a Category 5 hurricane, and Mobay was in shambles, and I'm from Mobay. Mobay was in absolute shambles. So on top of that, she didn't even clear the shoes before the hurricane. So my shoes were up there at my shipping company with the whole of Mobay in a shambles. Nowhere was getting opened back up until like, I think maybe like a week and a half later. My graduation was a couple days after, like a few days after Melissa hit Jamaica was my graduation. So you know, I have the shoes. Luckily, Paige was going to be in attendance for my graduation, so I was able to buy something last minute off of Amazon and ship it to her. Shout out next day shipping, and shout out Amazon Prime. And it worked out because those shoes went way better with the outfit, and it just worked seamlessly. But it's a lesson for me to share with you guys. If you're ordering stuff, don't send them different place. Get them early. If you're traveling for, like now we're in April, if you're down for Semana de Huron, if you could get everything that you need for your graduation from now and bring it back up with you for July, that would be the best thing for you to do. That's within your best interest, I promise you. Next point, triple check that you have an invitation. You cannot get into the venue without your invitation. So for graduation, initially how it was before, it was that you would get 2 different forms of invitations. So you could have 2 people attend your graduation as guests, and then you would receive an invitation. The guest invitations were, I think they were blue, and then you as the graduate, so the invitation that you have to present, yours was green. If it wasn't that, then it's the inverse. And what happens is that when you get to grad, there are people standing up at every entrance and they're checking your invitations, before you're able to get into grad. If you forget it and you're a graduate, them not care, because the thing is that day it's the graduation for all of the med schools. So it doesn't matter which faculty you're from, the people who are at the door, they don't know you. It might not be somebody from your faculty, and nobody from your school can come and swear on the cross and say, no man, she go to our school, she graduates. Let them don't care, they're not gonna let you in, and you will miss your grad. Now, the difference was with when I was graduating, we only got one invitation. So it was myself, my invitation for myself for me to present so I could go in, and one invitation for one person. Paige ended up getting that because my mom was not able to come. It ended up working out, but I'm just warning you guys ahead of time, when your families are thinking that it's going to be traditional graduation where, you know, it's free for all, everybody can just come in and take on the seats and then cheering for you and all and stuff there. That leads me into my next point. Literally, I have here, do not bring 1,000,001 relatives. It does not make sense. If you're a parent watching this, yes, you want to support your child. Yes, you are very proud. You spend a lot of money over the years that they've been in Cuba studying, and you want to go and bask in the fruits of your labor. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, if you are planning to invite up this bag of people, they're not going to be able to enter the venue, at least not for a while. Now, to be fair, and I guess the best thing about it is that graduation isn't long. It's 45 minutes to an hour, right? So it's not a long event. But your kids are not walking across the stage. Them not walking across the stage to get them degree from anybody, unless them have titulo de oro, and that's basically when you graduate with honors. And even when you have titulo de oro, unless they're involved in a bunch of different activities and different clubs at your school, they still won't be walking across the stage. And if you're a Jamaican watching this and just an international student, period, we're not doing that. Like, we know we're not doing that. You can do your schoolwork and have your bookwork and thing, but all of the stuff they want you to participate in, or not, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like, it would be what you can understand, like a mathletes or some event like that to do. There's stuff like that. You have to either you participate academically like that. It's not enough to just get good grades and just have like a wonderful GPA throughout all of the years. That will get you titulo de oro and that will get you honors, but it won't get you walking across the stage. So rare when you find international students who have studied over there and would have like participated either in sports or participated in clubs and things like that, because it doesn't operate traditionally how we know it to operate. So most of the time people have better things to do with them time, just saying. So if you're not going to be able to walk across the stage, they're not calling out your name or anything like that, there is no need for all of these relatives to come over here. If you don't want to come for a vacation and turn it into a vacation and an event, fine, but don't come with the expectation, say you go in and you go get to be inside of the graduation. No, max is 2 invitations they get in, and as I said, in my case, I only got 1. Why? Because I graduated with the Cuban groups. Sometimes there's some leniency if it's with the extranjeros or the international students, they'll maybe give 2 if it's them alone, because it shouldn't be as many people. But with the Cubans, it's a lot of people, so you're just getting 1 dege invitation. You cannot say I never warn you. So please, parents, keep that in mind when you're planning to go over for the graduation. Don't invite up the whole generation. Them, it don't make no sense. Walk with flats and bring fans. Listen to me. This is the one thing that I forgot on my grad day, that I knew when I said I should probably, but I wasn't sure if I could bring things additionally inside. So I didn't want to walk with a heap of bag and pan, because I didn't understand something that our vice principal was explaining to me when I went to collect my invitation. I thought he was saying that you can't bring anything additionally in there with you. It must just be about your degree case, if that's what you want to bring it, and whatever else. So I went in my heels and did not bring flats. Brand new heels that just bust open from Amazon literally the day before, and I didn't even try them on prior or break them in. Biggest regret, walk with your flats. Don't care about nobody, whether it's scandal bag or anything like that. Even if you have a dust bag, because if my shoes came in a dust bag, I should have put my flats in the dust bag and carry them. Come walk with your flats if you're wearing heels to graduation, trust me, because so many things happen. Data wasn't working because there's too many people in one place. I want to know over the steer. Just saying. So there's too many people in one place, data could not work. So could we get a Nave for the life of us? When graduation is finished, there's such a huge crowd outside of everybody either trying to get pictures, just talking to each other, socializing. Everybody are trying to catch a Nave. So everybody's trying to, it's hard to maneuver and everything. So I stood in them heels with my toes burning me and my feet burning me for how long, while one of our friends tried to identify where our Nave was and try and guide him to get us. The minute I got in that car, I took them heels off. When I got back to the hotel, I was literally walking barefoot in the people lobby. I did not care. So please walk with flats. Trust me. You might think you might think you're broken into the heels. You're not. You're not. Get the gym routine down. No, you might not think it's important. However, even if you aren't like an active like gym person or somebody who doesn't exercise or any of that, it can only benefit you. It can't do anything that's going to harm you. It's not going to be a negative thing for you. Once you've gotten the hard rotations down, and even if you didn't have the hard rotations down, because I had the easy rotations first and then the hard rotations came after, get back into the gym. Once I was done with peds, because that was what was hard, balancing gym and peds, nearly impossible. However, when I was in internal medicine, I was back in gym. When I was in gyno, I was back in gym, thriving with gyno in gym. When I was in MGI, gym. So get back into the gym. There's nothing, there are no negatives to it. It's just, it helps. And you're just going to feel better when you're getting ready on that day and body looking tea, everything coming together nice. Like, if I'm supposed to put like a comparison of what my body looks like the summer, just like summer when I went home, in comparison to when it was getting closer to grad and I was locking in with boxing and gym and my diet, literally every single month or every couple weeks I was trying out my dresses. Every couple, just to make sure to see the progress, to see if we're coming down, how things were going, if the back fat is melting and all of that. So get the gym routine down. Get it down. I promise you, it will benefit you. You will thank me for it. Now, something else that I forgot to mention before, that I got sidetracked when I was talking about my dress. Actually, I had two dresses. So I had my main dress, which was the one that I said I identified from I was in 5th year. And just in case it never fit me, because I ordered a size that was too small for me. Being delusional, just in case that happened, I ordered a backup dress, and that backup dress was from Zara. Now, how did this come about? I was on Instagram, an influencer that I followed. She was just, them doing them unboxing and showing like whatever them haul from Zara, and I loved the dress, so I was like, okay, I can get this just in case and thing. Mind you, complete different body type from me, and she's tall, but I think she might be shorter than me because I'm tall, but I'm tall and I'm thick. Fam, when that dress came, I remember the dress got delivered to Paige, and Paige texted me and was like, this dress is not fitting you. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then she sent me a picture with her trying on the dress. She's like, this is short and I'm shorter than you. This dress is not going anywhere. I'm like, don't you worry about it. Pack it same way. I'll figure it out. Now, what ended up happening? When I got my dress, it could never be the grad day dress. It couldn't be the grad day dress. However, I loved it so much that I decided that it was going to be my grad photo shoot dress. And it's the blueprint, guys. Like, y'all have seen if you haven't, I'm about to put them on screen. So this was the dress that you see on the screen right now that I wore to my grad shoot. So could I have worn the dress that I wore on my grad day? I could have, but I really liked what I ended up doing, which was having two separate dresses. So a dress for grad day and a dress for my photo shoot. Now, I just loved the vibe. I loved how it came out. Everything was just seamless and it was perfect. The color of the roses and everything just really went with the whole black and white thing, or with the whole black and white theme. So it worked for me. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to do two expensive dresses. My grad day dress was expensive. The backup dress was not expensive. It was just a dress from Zara. So, but it looked more expensive. It looked expensive enough, but it wasn't. So you don't have to break the bank both times just to get a desired look. The dress that you love the most, you wear it on the day, or vice versa. If you want to do the dress that you love the most or the look that you love the most for your photo shoot, then more power to you. But just as I'm saying, please have an idea of a backup dress just in case the dress or whatever the look was that you had in mind when it coming out, it's not hitting how you need it to, which is why also you need to do things ahead of time to give yourself time to pivot if it's not working out how you want it to. Next. All right, so these are all the, you know, beauty things. I personally, this is what I did beauty maintenance wise. I got a hydrofacial, I got lash extensions, I got my nails done, I had hair appointment booked, and my hair appointment booked from early because shout out to Aviel. I know you're watching this. Aviel is who I wanted to do my hair. Again, I decided on what the look was going to be. I identified it, I bought the hair and brought it with me over into Cuba, like, because all of this was planned out. My best advice that I can give you, book 1 week and all of your beauty treatments are in that week. And that's going to be either a week out from grad or a couple of days out from grad. But that week is when you're going to just do a marathon of beauty treatments. If you can manage them all in one day, more power to you. If you're not really somebody that does those kind of things, then space them out to the amount of days that you think you can do them. If you can't bother and you can't tough it out, okay. So as I said, I did a hydrofacial. I really liked that. It gives you like this healthy glow and just kind of sucks out any of the gunk and everything so your skin can breathe, and it's not going to have your face swelling up unless they do extractions, but it's not going to be like a deep facial with a bunch of extractions like how if you went and did that, what that would look like. So you don't have to worry about your face swelling up, and you know, if she extract 1 and 2, it's enough time. You're not doing the day before grad. It's enough time that your skin can heal and give the glow that you need it to do. It also helps for you to have a nice base for your makeup. 2, nails. What did I do for my nails? I'm not an acrylics person. I'm not an acrylic person. I'm not like extension. I always hurt myself and them take too long. I did a regular gel nail polish color painting, and I just went with white because it was neutral. It wasn't going to draw any attention, and I wanted it, again, it went with the look. Clean, polished, gorgeous, you know? So I kept with that theme. For my toes, it was the same thing, just white, knowing that they were going to be out. Hair. Identify who your hairdresser is going to be, or if you're going to do your hair. Again, I say, plan everything ahead of time so you get all the supplies that you need ahead of time. From I landed back in Cuba, from I have the hair and everything, I texted her and I said, hey, Avi, I'm going to do my hair for grad. I sent her all of the reference videos and everything. She told me she could do it. I'm like, all right, cool. May have the hair and X time. And she said, and she works with me. Mind you, Abby was also a student and is also a student at this time. So all she had to say to me was, she'll let me know. We'll schedule a time closer to the time, and yeah, a hair appointment book. Figure out all of those things ahead of time. As Black women, we don't play about our hair, and you're in a Latin country where there are people who have your hair type, but it's not the common. Make sure you have a solid plan for where you do your hair and who's going to do your hair, because as we all know, hair makes or breaks the fit and the look. We know it. If your hair not look good and you're trying on clothes, it make you don't want to go anywhere anymore because it's just not coming together. So that being said, my hair came out great. Shout out to Aviel. And it was beautiful, and everybody was complimenting my hair so many times after and before grad. For my lash extensions, when I got them done, I spoke specifically to the lady that was doing it, and I said, hey, this is for graduation. I don't want it to be too dramatic, but it must look, you know, it mustn't look like it's my lashes, but it should just look, it must look gorgeous. It's for graduation. It's tasteful, but you need to be able to tell her to have lashes on. She said say less, and she did her thing, and I appreciate that. Talk to your service provider them and tell them the things that you're doing, what it's for, so them have sense when they know that they're doing whatever on your face. I also got my eyebrows started as well too, but that's just my regular thing. As it relates to the other very important beauty maintenance, oh, that's literally what I'm flowing into. So my next point says, pick the things that you are going to do yourself and what you would delegate to someone else. I did my makeup myself. I bought all of the supplies and everything myself because I knew I wanted to be able to do my makeup myself. I wasn't trying to spend this heap of money and break bank. If you want to go with a makeup artist, you can do that. I know a number of people that did that, but I wanted to do my makeup myself. It didn't really make sense to me because I knew that makeup artists are very few in Cuba that can be a face good. And the one girl everybody know that she can do her skincare and like the looks really, really well, she's always booked out early for grad. And I even know like somebody who had to do theirs, and they had their appointment was for like 5 o'clock in the morning. Graduation isn't until 1 p.m. What may I do with makeup on my face from 5 o'clock in the morning? And you're just a sit down round. Because you're not ready to bathe yet. You're not ready to get ready yet. You still have to eat. You still have to prep on all of these things. You might sweat. And it might move. I was not about that life. So I decided that that was the item that I was going to cover myself and do it myself. And it came out great. To the point where people were shocked that I don't do makeup. But I found a video that made sense. I got all of the products that you have in the video. And I did exactly what she did ask Paige. That video played on repeat on that screen, on that mirror, while I was getting ready doing, and until the reel kept playing over and over and over until I was done. And it worked out, and I was very, very proud of that look. That's now my staple makeup look because it works, right? So I chose to do that. I knew what I did not want to be responsible for was my hair. I did not want to have to do my hair myself. I couldn't bother with the stress, I couldn't deal with it. So what did I do? Booked with somebody for that. Pick and choose what you want to deal with yourself, or if you don't want to deal with anything yourself, make sure that you book in appointments ahead of time, like ahead of time, months ahead of time if you can, because the slots fill up very fast. Like literally, I don't remember, it was who? The same girl that I'm referring to when I said like she was doing people's makeup. Majority of the international student, the girlies, they're booking with her. So after when people were trying to get like slots with her and stuff, she booked out already. She can't deal with you, and there's only a certain amount of time that she's going to take people ahead of time. Book early. Even when you think that it's too early, book early and pay a deposit so that the person has to keep you locked in. Trust me. All right, next. So my next advice I would give, and I'm another story behind this. This must be so long, guys. I'm so sorry if you're still watching. If you're watching to this point where I'm apologizing for this rambling and just talking. Again, it's been a while. Just, what do I say? Comment still here, like in the comments, so I know that you're a real one and you still kept watching. So my next advice and next point that I would cover, say this with a grain of salt. Now, something that I did that I was really glad that I did was that I booked a hotel from the night before grad to the day after grad. So the reason that I did that, one, Paige was coming, and as we know how Cuba stay, the lighting situation was not the best. Light was going daily, and I don't have to question. It probably went away on the day of my grad as well too. But I didn't want that to be hindering me while I'm getting ready, because they stopped follow the schedule at that point. So it could have gone away at any time. A hotel, I did not have to deal with that because they would have generators and I could comfortably continue getting ready. The AC could be blasting and everything, and we're good. And we have the space to spread out and get ready, each of us, and it wasn't like some cramped small space, as opposed to if my friend had just come to my house and we were getting ready there. I wanted everything to just be smooth. Lighting was perfect. Everything, the environment was ready and beneficial for me to get ready with ease. A hotel was able to provide that for me. Now, that being said, the day of grad is a very hectic day. The morning when you're getting ready is a very hectic day. There are things that you're just not even thinking about. You might be absent-minded with whatever. I got robbed at that same hotel that I'm referring to, and you will see it in the grad vlog. I'll probably put it up after this. And it was Grand Muthu Hotel that is on Tercera Setenta. Yeah, the thief in girl Naomi, because she did sign her name on and left us a note as she robbed $200 from me, and I think she stole money from Paige as well too, and went into my bag and took the money out of my emergency envelope. Because I left my envelope open. Well, no, I didn't left my envelope open. My bag was left open because I had to go into that bag to get stuff, and I completely forgot that, hey, cleaning crews come in when you're gone to clean your space or the room that you're paying for. And she help herself, and she make sure to leave a note, because apparently me left tip fare inside of my bag in my belongings. Anyways, so that being said, it's not the first time I've been robbed in Cuba, where people go in your belongings and steal things. All of us have that story. Be vigilant. Don't carry cash and stuff like that with you. If you do, don't carry US, because she bypassed the whole of the pesos, and that them want US she want. So I'm telling you guys this so that you'll consider this when I still would recommend that you book a hotel, especially given the way how everything is right now. It just makes life easier. Still book a hotel to make your morning seamless while you're getting ready. You can split it with whoever it is that come to visit with you, or if you have other people who are like your friends and they don't have relatives come in, do that. Just, it make everything easier. I would still recommend that, but don't carry your expensive things with you. Leave them at home where you know they will be safe and no one will rob you. But it's not, I was very upset. Nothing became of that, by the way. But it no matter is which hotel, all of them thief everywhere. So I'm just saying. It took a lot of stress off of the day and preparation. Paige and I both had space to spread out, and I was able to like get all of my makeup stuff just in one space and do everything without us stepping on each other. It was no contention, everything was good. And that's why I would recommend it. This probably is my #1 tip, and I tell everybody this. Do a grad shoot. You heard me mention about me having 2 dresses, and one dress was for my grad shoot and the other dress was my grad day dress. I didn't plan it that way initially. However, after when I got the dress, I thought about it that way and I tried it on. I was like, this would look good as like a shoot, like a photo shoot. The thing with why I encourage everybody to do a photo shoot is that Cuba doesn't give you, it's not a typical graduation. You're not getting photo packages. All them are get your degree. You don't get to walk across the stage. All they're giving you is your degree. Not even the case that you see in either in my pictures and the sash. Every single thing that you see me have on, I bought it. They don't give you anything. You have to buy the white coat if you want to wear a stole, which is the sash thing that says class of 2025 for me, and it said Dr. Nationality. I bought that. I paid for that. Some people in my class, all of us kind of organized and did an order, and the person was from like Colombia, and we gave them the US. They did the order, a mass order for us, and they brought it back to Cuba for us. Them not give none. You don't get anything. So everything that you see, they're props. They were purchased by us because we knew what we wanted. You don't get a cap, you don't get nothing. It's a requirement for you to attend graduation in white coat, so they don't give you any white coat. They don't provide you anything like that. I digress. So I thought it was very important to me because I went to college before, but I didn't graduate from college before. So I didn't have grad pictures. The only grad pics I have are from prep school and from high school. So I didn't want to finish as well and then don't have no grad pictures to show for it. So it was important to me to book a photo shoot for my graduation. I did it, and I genuinely love the fact that I did it. So many people were telling me that my grad pictures look so nice. Even when I came back, they were like, your grad shoot was so nice. The pictures came out so great. Love the photographer that I went with, Kevin. Him know him I do. Like, because I was very awkward the day Shantae was with me. She was kind of telling me how to pose and how to everything. And even though I was awkward and didn't know, it's like he knew what to do. So like I paid for 10 photos. So the price varies. So if you want like 10 photos, if you want more, you can add more. If you want like a video, personalized video thing for your social media, you can. I didn't care for that. I just wanted my pictures. So I paid for 10 photos. But he's not just taking 10 photos. He took over 200 photos. And it was it was literally like 20 minutes. So as you're moving him, it's like he has an eye for it. He knows like, all right, yeah, move here, angle here, fix here, like let's go here. He was telling us where to go to get the shots where we were, because I told him the area that I wanted it to be at, and he was just like, all right, cool. And we met him there, and it just was perfect. We finished within like 20-25 minutes. It was very quick. And then but it was quick because of us, because we went through and he allowed us to like see just a short thing, and we were like, I feel like we get 10, like I could pick 10 from this. and it was a very quick turnover time. He sent me the over 200 pictures to go through, and then I had to pick 10 from them to narrow it down. That was the hardest part. That was the hardest part, because so many of them were actually like so good, and then I had to pick my 10 favorite, and I asked friends like, what do you think? And everybody 10 was different. Anyways, I picked my 10 because it's me paying, and they came out beautifully. So many my analytics on Instagram show like a lot of people went through my grad pics and everything. So much of it got shared. I even know people who I didn't even think would have noticed it sent it to me now, who are graduating now, and are like, girl, where you got this, girl, where you got that, da 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 da. Please do a grad shoot, because even after, I remember I finished mine, and some of my male friends who graduated were like, they regret not doing one. They wish they had those pictures, because you're done school now, you don't know if you go specialize. Even if you specialize, depending on where it is, you probably won't necessarily have like a whole graduation and then grad shoot thing. Invest in it, trust me. You won't regret it. Get a good photographer. I honestly think, Kevin, it's in the description of my Instagram post, that same grad post at the bottom. I tagged him there. Reach out to him. You will not regret it, trust me. Do the grad shoot. Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. You're gonna love the pictures. You will want them after. You'll think you won't, but you will want them after. All right, next. I quickly mentioned this, but let's go over this again. So I have here budget for the post-grad expenses, going out to eat at a nice restaurant, the naves, things that you want to do for fun after grad to occupy your time, any trips, etc. Graduation expensive. And it's crazy because I budgeted for grad, but it still ended up being expensive. And on top of that, I got robbed. That's why it ended up being even more expensive after, because I did budget for grad, and then I had emergency money in the event of anything as well too. Obviously I'm gonna get robbed. The thing is that once you finish with Estatal, you have all the free time in the world, because you don't have school anymore. You have a while before graduation comes. You have between probably like 2 weeks, sometimes even longer, it depends, until graduation. You don't have school. There's so many things that you can end up doing, places you could end up going, trips you might want to do, but all of those things cost money. All of them things cost money. So you need to have money in preparation for those things. You also probably aren't going to be cooking as much anymore. Please remember to be locked in the gym and with your diet plan, because graduation is fast coming. If you're like me, where you had an extracurricular activity, for me that was boxing, that add up too, because that was this US, I was paying for it, so that adds up. And I was having like my regular classes and then gym and everything, classes being boxing classes and gym. All of those things add up. And then plus I was eating out more as well too, because once Paige landed in Cuba, she wants to go up and down everywhere, which means she wants to go to restaurants, she wants to eat out, all those things, as opposed to my very planned out life while I was in Cuba, budgeted and just mellow. I wasn't really going out as much, so all of those would be an increased expense, unplanned increased expense. So I'm telling you ahead of time, unless it's your family that come in to visit, or like your parents where you know, sorry, you don't have to spend the money if them touch it down, please budget for grad. You think, but just trust me, it adds up. All of the naves when you're up and down from when your relatives come to visit you, those add up quick, because nave gets expensive now, even worse now because of petroleum, I would assume. So the naves, the activities, the dinners, food, all of those things add up very quickly. We're changing money so much after graduation, after Estatal, and worse after graduation, because once you finish grad, you still have to allot yourself 2 to 3 weeks for your documents to get legalized by the lawyer and everything before you can leave the country. That is what kills you, because you're bored. You don't have classes. If you have your friends there, you want to probably go up and down, just stuff to kill time and everything. You don't just want to stay in the house all day, because worse like it always are going. Like was always going with, you're always hot. There's, so just trust me. Budget for that time after graduation, budget for that time after Estatal. Go with extra money. There are lots of unplanned expenses. Something else I would advise is that after graduation, go to eat, hang out with your friends. Like you can probably bring, or unless they have family members that came and they probably want to go out for dinner with them, but go out to eat in your grad clothes. Go home, go to the hotel, take off your heels, change into the flats, and then go on out to eat. It gives you time to go through the pictures, talk about how the day was, and just reminisce on the fact that you're about to leave this place. And I was gonna say never return, but if you want to go back, that's your business. But yeah, go out to eat and budget for that eating that you're going to go out to. If you're going to a popular restaurant when you're going out to eat, the night of grad, book a reservation. We went to Antojos. We never have no reservation. We sat outside. It was fine because like they built like a long table for us, and the fairy lights were up like behind us and everything. Insert picture here. And it was very chill, but the aesthetic parts, which is like upstairs and inside, were already booked and we couldn't go there, so you can't even get pictures there. So if you know that's what you want to do, book it ahead of time. And my last and final point, as this is a long video, I'm so sorry, but I've been gone for a while, guys, so I hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna give you a nice long one. My last advice to you is to get yourself a grad gift. You worked hard. Cuba was not easy. It's been 7 years, 8 for some, 6 for some who never do who didn't do Spanish and could already speak Spanish when they got there. And it was hard. It was hard. It was long and it was hard. You deserve something. You deserve to commemorate the fact that you finished school and reward yourself with something. Parents, well, before I get into that, my grad gift to myself was actually my iPad here, and the reason that this is what I chose, my iPad and my Apple Pencil Pro. The reason that I chose to gift this to myself was because when I came home, I knew I had CAMC Part 1 and Part 2 to prep for, and all of the past papers were electronic, and I really wasn't trying to have to print off everything and then go over. So this would have allowed me to be able to mark the electronic version of everything and redo them as much or as frequently as I would like and go through the papers and just, you know, funny that I got this after I was finished with school, but that was why I decided that this was what I wanted to give myself, and I genuinely don't regret it because I may have exam in 2 weeks and this has been helpful. So this is what I gift myself. Gift yourself something. No, parents, if you're watching this, hi ma'am, listen, gift your kids something. You know, you listen, I know that it was hard and you paid a lot for tuition. Some of you might be medzing like, oh, you pay for them schooling, that should be enough. Even if it's like not something that's big, but even I have friends who graduated and finished and their parents only gave them like a hug, if even a hug or a tap on the back, and was like, congrats. And they felt away because they were seeing everybody else get like cars, house, land. I'm exaggerating with the last two, but other things, like some people graduated and they had relatives that gave them money, like something. So if it cannot be like a big thing like a car or whatever, at least give them some money, like give them a trip, give them something, you know, to celebrate it. Because I definitely felt away with how graduation went down and my mom wasn't there, and it felt like the people who I wanted to celebrate it with, not talk PH, you don't know, no, I'm not talking, just to make sure I know some way, the people who were in the trenches from the start and everything, which Paige was as well too, but like your parents, the people who you wanted to be there, and the look of them being proud on them face and everything, and she couldn't be there. And I came home and it felt away because in my mind I was like, oh, the hurricane just happened, a lot is going on, she's probably not gonna get me anything. And it was disheartening because you feel away, you shouldn't, but you feel away, right? And you feel some type of way because it's like, even if you don't have those expectations, you kind of do. Like, you hope that you're coming home and your parents are throwing you this big party or this big celebration or welcome, like even if it's somebody who's not necessarily into the extraness and it's not going to be a big expensive gift or whatever, show up at the airport and collect your kids with like congratulations or new grad balloons, that whole thing, them reach home, decorate them room, like new duck on the block, something. So do some form of gesture. I promise you it will mean so much to them when you look back at everything that you have gone through as an international student. If you are a parent watching this, just trust me on this. Even if you feel like your kid is or your child, your young adult child is very laid back and they don't care about those things. Even if it's a guy and you think like, oh, your son with whatever and thing, do it. You don't know how much it would mean to him. You don't know how much it would mean to her as your daughter. Like, do it. Because you want to feel like everything that you did was appreciated. You want to feel like people that you care about are actually very proud of you. No, as I was saying, I felt away because my family couldn't come, even though Paige was there. Paige and my family, but like, you know what I mean. And I feel like I had whatever expectations of me coming home, and I kind of brushed it off because of the hurricane and everything. And again, as I said, Mobile did my show. Mobile was in shambles. So I was like, I even had a grad trip scheduled with some of my high school best friends that got scrapped because I was just like, I can't go home and go pressure my parents to go pay for this with whatever and think they have other expenses and other things that are priority right now. So I was feeling very low because of all of that, because everything that I had built around the idea of me graduating got destroyed by a Category 5 hurricane. So I was sad. I was very disappointed. Anyways, shout out to my mom that knows me very well. Because, bro, why I will insert the picture here, and I will insert a picture of me crying here as well too. My mom got my ass good, bro. My mom got my ass good because I really didn't expect it, and I was very pleasantly surprised and very happily so that something was there to commemorate it for everything that I had gone through. I cried like a baby because even the speech that she gave me the day when she gave me my gift, which my gift was a car. Her name is Barbie. Y'all know I had Dolly in Cuba. So we had Dolly in Cuba and now we have Barbie in Jamaica. So when she gave it to me, when she gave me the keys, the speech that she gave was, I deserved it. I worked really hard and she's proud of me. I bought like a baby because one, she's right. Two, it felt good to be appreciated, and in that fact that even though the hurricane and everything was coming, she planned ahead of it. Like, consideration is the highest form of love, as we all know. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, everything just kind of at a standstill right now. She's not going to be able to, it would be irresponsible for her to go put in like such a huge financial purchase at this point in time and just go off a wait and whatever. My mom went and got my car before the hurricane and made sure, when she airside to come, made sure to go and pick it up before the hurricane because she didn't want it to stay at the place and then they go have flooding and then the car go get damaged. And made sure to store it where I wouldn't see it because it wasn't anywhere at the house. And then after, gifted me to surprise me. So I was extremely surprised and I was extremely grateful. I cried like a baby and I felt so loved and appreciated. And I will never forget that because it really made it feel like everything that I went through in Cuba, well, not everything, but most of the things that I went through in Cuba, and the stressing and the crying and the estatal and the teachers and the doctors that were mean to you and all of the abuse and everything that you went through over there as an international student, that it was worth it. That they saw the struggle and they saw all of the pain and everything that you were going through, and they wanted to reward me for that and be like, yeah, we see it. So I really appreciated that, which is why I'm telling you, even though I got a grad gift for myself, to myself, as a parent, or if you're an aunt or if you're an uncle or whatever, do something for that loved one that's in your life to help them feel appreciated. Because school hard. Medical school is hard, bro. Like, medical school is not for the weak. Studying in an international country is even worse because you don't have anybody around you. There are a lot of things that we just don't talk about, that we have been through, that we don't talk about because you probably won't understand. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's everything that I have to talk about. So yeah, if you're a student and you watched all of this towards the end, what if you comment now? Comment like the star emoji if you watched everything and you reached to this point. If you have parents who have been asking about grad prep and all of that and everything, feel free to send this video to them. You can even just send them the last part where I'm talking about grad gifts if you're trying to hint to them, and they can see the explanation as to why they should get you a grad gift. But yeah, if what do I say to end my videos again? You know, it's been so long. I'm gonna film after this. What did I say? Oh, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Show some love in the comments if you enjoyed this type of content and everything. I know I've been gone, guys, but I'm there. I was supposed to do a life update and everything since being home and all of that, but so much has been going on and so little has been going on. So eventually I'll come back and I will talk to you guys, but I really want to make sure that this video got out. Congratulations to all of the new grads that are coming up. I wish you all of the best on grad day. I hope you have your looks and everything in mind, and I can't wait to see all of the grad shoots so I can be all up in your comments and congratulating all of you. But yeah, see you guys next time, I hope. Anyways, yeah, bye.